Boom. Bang. Then, run it. You don't know, say, today I coach again for your next season, you see me? Me and one Father God, one national, you see me? And the dog them muzzle run off the camera.
Fully.
And we have a 17
I
on
feel
the
like
me?
I feel like me do the intro better.
Man,
Honestly, I thought he was doing the intro.
No, but we check. So Simon a freestyle, but Simon have the energy.
camera, brother. I mean that background character.
Yeah,
More and more energy.
yeah,
Anyway.
freestyle. Next time I'm here, I do the intro.
You can still do it.
No.
Yeah, man. We could see you do the intro. Run it.
The time
Run it!
has passed.
Not the bad mind the boss. But forget about that. You see me with day and I cut and I got all our reasoning. But before we jump into the reason, remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. You see me? Turn on notification so you don't know so when a new video drop, you dip on it. Brawling 39.
Exactly.
Do shake up.
You see me? So
Rum
without
Cora. No, I work today, so I have to pour our own rum.
Yeah, that.
Unless.
Give me buckle. Should pick up.
Anyway.
so without further ado,
Are you?
run it.
But seeing that you're seeing say are you what is it? What I talk about?
Oh, so today, well, the other day, me and Suchman did have a look at this argument, look at argument. So, he might tell me, say, dinosaurs exist. And me, I tell him, say, dinosaur don't exist. So today, we are going to talk about if dinosaurs really did exist or really did not. And who is lying? Who is the liar?
But my question to you is, right? I don't understand why it is that you believe that it's a lie. I don't get it. There's no proof. What do you mean there's no proof? There's myriads of proof. Like fossils.
Them are real.
Yeah, but my question is, why wouldn't they be real? As to, in other words, right? So your argument was the other day was that it is. What did you say? It's like it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, brother.
It's a conspiracy, and I don't get it. Why would they go out of their way to create fake fossils in order to trick the populace in what? For what? To what end?
Brother, they might try to tell you, say, basically, they might try to say, basically, they might try to run on the mind, brother. Them are selling
To what
lie,
end?
dog.
To what end?
To
Then-
what end? For make you believe what them want you to believe.
And who is them?
Who is them? Who give the information? Oh, no, no, say, oh, you would know say dinosaur is. Have you ever seen a dinosaur?
In like an actual living
Yeah,
dinosaur? No.
So how you know say them real?
But
Who
if-
no, I'm ask you a question. How you know say them real?
because I've seen documented evidence
Who
of
made the documentary
of
evidence?
their
Who made the documentary?
scientists. But
So,
alright,
so
no.
answer one question.
No, but if that is your stance then how do you believe that anything else is real, right? For instance,
Like what?
there are so many. How do you know that the medication that is given to you will cure you, right? How do you know that anything else created by scientists that you use on a day-to-day basis will work? You do it because you have seen documented information that it will work.
That's not documented information. No, but just use it because they can use it. You know? I'm gonna tell you.
No.
You see, pill no real neither. Pill no cure no illness. Pill no do shit. And your mind You see me? Your mind say, alright. Oh, them say that pill are gonna cure that. Your mind say, oh, if I buy that pill, it gonna cure that. So you see when you take the pill, to your mind say it gonna cure that, your mind just cure that.
So when
Your
your
body
arm gets
just cure that.
when your arm gets cut off,
What
the,
them say?
the surgeon doesn't have to reattach it because you can just tell your mind to tell your hand to reattach.
Is a whole different yes, that's
No, because
That
the
is a
thing,
whole
no, but
different-
it's not
That
a
have
whole,
to do with
it's not
meditation.
it's not a whole different case. What you argue is a system of belief, right? Is beliefs. That is basically what you're arguing, right? And you believe in God?
Yeah.
What evidence do you have that God exists? We, okay. And what about me proves to you that God exists?
Then the Bible said God.
Oh, a documented reaction.
But you are the proof.
a documented
Oh,
reaction.
so you don't exist.
I never said I
No,
don't
me ask
exist.
you a
I
question.
didn't say.
Didn't you
Of course, I exist.
So all you gonna
but
say there is
but
a,
that
it's
is the thing.
documented and you are the proof. We
And-
are gonna talk
but-
about you are the proof.
Okay.
There is proof.
And fossilized evidence of
When
something.
them create,
What?
why did
They
them
create-
can do it because
so wait,
they
wait,
can do it?
They created fossils.
Of course. So them created plane.
Oh.
Them created
So wait.
Oh,
Planes don't exist then.
you gonna ask me how them do? Me I tell you how them do every other else thing, God.
And why do you then believe that? Because you have never actually seen a dinosaur in real life, that they don't exist. Look how many other
Alright,
you've
true.
never seen God in real life.
True.
You've only seen me. I am arguably the fossil, if you get what I'm saying.
Mhm.
The evidence that he exists, right?
Well, you are not the whole evidence.
Right. Oh, but you have seen other evidence, but you haven't seen God himself.
True.
Right? But you believe he exists, right?
Mhm.
Or is that just a conspiracy? They never just make him up, because arguably speaking,
Mhm.
it can be argued. You're talking about dinosaurs being the idea of dinosaurs being used to control people. Frankly speaking, if you look back in history, oftentimes a religion people use to control people, right? Because few ancestors never believe in arguably the God you believe in. They had many gods, right? And somebody discredit them God and say, yo, these are the real God,
True.
right?
I will watch up to you.
And what proof do they have? Because what proof did your ancestors have that say, for them God not exist, but thou God there, where this brother who take me from my land, bring me over here so and tell me say him exist. What proof? But that's not the God you believe in, I know.
No, I believe in that. The God where we believe in that.
Okay, and you believe in the God where you believe in, and without any him ever come to you and say, yo,
No.
me a God.
No, never do that.
But you believe in it.
Alright, so when you pray, and you pray to God, and things start to happen, things you pray for, how that happen.
I can argue that a coincidence. It
Every time a coincidence.
every time when you pray for it happen, same time,
Not see it, that's all.
same time, or as it happened. Look how much time you pray for rich now. You rich?
No.
Okay.
But
It's not gonna happen. So you have belief in that it happened without evidence that it's not gonna happen.
Because
You don't have no evidence that it's not gonna happen, but you still believe, and it is that belief system that pushes you forward.
and God said, He might
Right.
do it.
Right? Him tell you that?
They have Bible.
Oh, but that, and again, dinosaurs exist because there's documented proof that they exist. They're fossils that they've If you're asking me if I've seen dinosaur fossils, yes, I have.
The scientists make.
Right?
The one that scientists make.
The scientists didn't make them, bro.
You
Right.
will dig it up and find it.
No, I didn't dig it up.
Somebody dig it
So
up.
the fact of the matter is, you believe that in order for anything to exist or be real or be seen as real, me personally, have to dead if you say it exists,
Yeah.
I dig it up.
So how else? How you know say somebody put it there so?
Or you know, say every time you order KFC, somebody not spitting on your food.
I don't know. But I still like eat it.
Okay. And that, but you trust that they didn't, right?
Also, you just trust
And
them.
you, exactly.
Oh, I don't
It's
trust
belief,
them.
bro. It's belief. That's
So
how
you don't think them
belief
can wrong?
system.
You don't think them can wrong?
I never said that they can be wrong, right? I never said that they can be wrong.
Nah, cut it. What you think? What
You
you
think?
Yeah.
First of all, my question, how does a bone become fossilized?
So what happens is fossils only occur in certain conditions, right? And you can prove fossilization. As a matter of fact, you can see actual living organisms today become fossilized. If you get what I'm saying. So when organisms die, right, and they're covered in sediments, right, over time they're degraded. They degrade, but their imprint is left in the sediment, right? Fossils can only be found in sedimentary rock, right? If you get what I'm saying, right? And then there are other things, right? Those aren't the only fossils. There's organisms that got trapped in amber.
Yeah, I know
Right,
that one.
tree
I know
sap,
that makes
right.
Yeah.
Now, organisms that got trapped in amber, right, are fossilized remains from organisms that existed hundreds of thousands of years ago. That don't exist now. They don't exist now,
One that exists now.
right? So they have found insects and other organisms that we can't find any record of in this time, right? And when you carbon date those organisms, right? Because carbon has a specific half-life, and based on how quickly carbon-14 degrades, you can then have an idea of how old that thing is, right? You can say, yo, this existed some time ago, right? So I don't understand what the and you're not the first person me hear with this kind of it's all a conspiracy argument. The system I try control it,
System I try with
and I try trick with and bro. There are more effective ways of tricking us than dinosaurs are.
Like what?
There are more
Like
effective
what? Give me an
ways.
example.
Again, religion. And religion has been the most effective way of tricking Can you believe? No.
That's why you have to
Here.
believe in what you believe in, isn't it?
But the fact that you even have that belief, you can argue that is the system at work. Can't you?
So why you can't argue say that is the system as well?
The word dinosaurs? Because to what end? Oh. How often do you even, unless you're a biologist, how often do you think about dinosaurs?
That's the thing.
How often
Them can
do you
just
think
sell
about
you
it?
the lie and them a say, oh, work with it cause you're not gonna try to fight it out. You're not gonna try to figure it out. I can just say, oh, them did say dinosaur exists in a...
But again, the idea is, and from reading, so the idea is,
Watch it. Them did have flying dinosaur and them things like flying
Pterosaurs,
bird. Yeah. Alright.
you know they found preserved specimens, right?
Watch it now.
Preserved specimens.
Yeah, what they make. But how them become extinct?
Right?
Like people kill them off, but them grow hungry and then what?
No. Extinction level events aren't uncommon. Right? Remember, so the earth though remains stagnant. Right?
So
Eventually conditions change. Food sources that were once available stop becoming available, and eventually a species die out. You know how many extinction level events have occurred up to now? You know how many organisms have gone extinct up to now?
just say everything what them usually eat, like dog, fish, bird, lamb, elephant, all of them there, dead off, and all of them food source dead off, so them dead off. So where the bird, fish, dog, cat, where them come
And
back
again,
from?
it just-
Where them come back from?
Again.
Can remember they were here from the beginning of time, you know. Then they just come about and just appear, you know.
Again.
According to the Bible, you know, him create this, and this. Nowhere in the Bible I've ever heard nobody talk about a dinosaur.
Because it's before Christ.
Watch
Really?
it. Watch it now, watch it now.
How much of the
Alright,
Bible have you
before-
read?
Alright, so before
How much of
Christ,
the Bible have you read?
before-
Have you read all of it?
I'm gonna read all of it.
So how can you?
But
talk-
we pick
Oh,
Psalms.
no. How can you talk to me about a book you haven't read
Fully.
fully? You can't talk to me about a document.
Alright,
you
I watch
can't
a-
tell me about
alright,
a document
since
you
you-
not read fully,
Since you read it and you find it, show me.
right? Whoa! Me never see me read the Bible fully. That's why you ever hear.
That's why you can't judge.
You ever hear me say yo? You ever hear me say yo? May I pull evidence from
Brother,
the Bible?
but me I
No,
tell you
me
the
I pull
evidence from a pool.
me I pull evidence from
For all of
scientific
this-
documents that I have read fully.
But them make up and
Right.
write and make you believe.
Or me can say them make up and write the Bible where you believe in it.
No,
Me
I
can't
don't make it up. I
can't
don't make it
easily.
up.
And
I
them
don't
who
make
make
it
it up then?
Oh,
Who
no,
made it
they
then?
didn't.
Who
It's all
who
about,
did it?
it's all about, yeah, I'm
No,
sure.
Moses and them man there.
Who
They are
did it?
them say Moses
No,
are
the real Bible,
Right.
the
They
real,
are
the
them
Bible,
Moses are real.
What
Alright.
evidence do you have
what
that
evidence
Moses
is
was real?
real?
The Red Sea.
You said the
You
Red
ever
Sea
see it?
exists.
Have you ever seen it?
They're on the map. So
Yeah,
you
that
oh,
I
so
think.
basically, so the map a lie then.
Yet to know what is
So
true
everything
from what
is a lie then?
everything could be a lie.
And that right there, so and that
Somebody-
right there, so and
guys,
that right there, so you put yourself in a sinkhole because if everything
it.
a lie then, if everything a lie then,
Mhm.
best believe to be on the safe side, better you not believe in nothing.
Nothing.
If everything is a lie.
No,
If
me
everything-
ask, you know,
if
because
everything
you know,
is a
him
lie.
say, oh, me know, say
You
the Red
can't, bro.
Sea
Real.
real exists.
Have you
I
ever
don't
seen
come never yet see it, but it then an atlas. Who made the atlas?
Oh,
The system we have
No,
now,
the
but
same
you see
scientist,
yes,
no.
exactly.
So who I tell a lie?
Yeah.
Who I tell a lie? Come on,
So-
that's really fine. So who I tell a lie?
and that
Who I
just,
tell a lie?
no, but it seems like you pick and choose who are
Yeah,
tell the
because
truth.
if the dinosaur
because if
thing
the
and
if
the
are
Red
the
Sea
same
thing-
class of people them who are give you the information about the dinosaur are the same class of people them who are give you the information about the
No,
atlas
that's-
when you believe in it.
Nah.
Because you said that Moses real because the Red Sea exists
exists.
because you see it on the, that was your
So why
argument.
dinosaur can't be
Until
real?
that was
Your
your
argument.
Until him show me up here and man say, oh, you know, so me have a job back and say, achoo, me not fight it now.
Right?
That was a moment
When
of
you
weakness. That was a moment of
no.
weakness.
When
Listen, the man jam up on the dog, put a real fat cross.
Me have a
Man
next
say,
fact, yeah.
oh, you know,
When
say
you
that
done.
real.
When-
I'ma say, true, cause at them man, they make it so now me have to believe if it really real.
When your car now work and you go for your manual or you look on a schematic and I fix it.
Mm.
Oh, you know say that schematic there.
Is the right.
I go work.
Me and a mechanic.
Right?
Me can't read.
No, but may I show you? But may I
Manual
show
show you how
you?
to fix
If the
everything.
manual show you how to fix the car,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it say put this right, yes, so
Mhm.
right? You basically by your logic, you gonna say me put this here. Why me if you believe that? Because I know me Billy.
Mhm.
So why me if you believe say if
That's
me
why
put
I'm
this
doing
here,
it to a
so
man and know for it.
if me put
Oh,
this here,
how
but
you
where
know
him
to do it?
learn how
Oh,
to do it?
the same
The
system.
same schematic where you.
And that I think.
That me know.
And
Me
that
see
me
them.
know.
Oh, no, no, that.
See them.
Right?
Good.
And that the scientist telling you.
Yeah, I
that the
just
scientist
believe.
is telling you.
See,
See,
see
where
where
the lie come from?
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, but it works.
So
It fixed the car, so how is it that-
So
right?
I don't
Watch
get
it
it.
now,
I don't get it.
Watch
I
it now,
don't
but
get it.
lean back.
Yeah,
The
lean back,
same,
lean
the
back.
same,
Yeah, I
scientist.
know my David bring
Yes.
cross my point. Watch out.
Mhm.
Him say, real screw. The same Bible thing me I go back.
Yeah. Mhm.
Noah's Ark.
Mhm.
Noah's Ark.
Mhm. Mhm.
The
Mhm.
man say breed the animal them 2 by 2 and 2 by 2 and 2 by 2. Cool, no problem. Oh, 2 dinosaurs go in the ark.
Oh,
Morning.
like a woman, oh, ark. He said everything outside of the ark dead.
Mhm.
No, last I
No,
checked-
lie. No,
he said
don't tell
everything
lie.
outside the ark.
Everything outside.
Everything.
Oh,
Out
so
of
They
the
are them
ark.
say the fish them dead.
Dead.
No,
Like,
no, no. Oh, the fish them for dead.
I mean, you could argue that he brought 2 of every species of fish
Mhm.
in containers like an aquarium.
You,
No,
you
no,
don't
no,
know
no,
that.
no,
You don't
Remember
I
them,
think you
this-
man say the
And
flying
this,
creatures
and this,
the
and
walking creatures.
and the walking creatures, bro.
where all of them were in the ark. That's
Yeah,
why that's
now
why the
in
whole
why-
idea that's why the whole idea of God shutting the door was a big thing.
Mhm.
Right? Because basically you must say everything will get shut out I go dead.
No, man.
Mhm.
Why?
Is that not the story
So
of Noah's Ark?
the fish them. See, I tell me, say the fish them drown off, bro.
And
I
again,
don't
there
know.
are the Bible in
As
of
the
itself.
Bible, they say the Bible is a summary.
The Bible
basically.
in of
the
itself.
Bible that you've
the
been
Bible
given.
in of itself seems to contradict itself.
Yeah, it
And-
does.
and-
The Bible is like a history book. You want it like that. It's telling you, and some scriptures are not in the Bible.
They summarize it, so they take out.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
And it can be argued that the Bible
Sure.
that you're reading is even incomplete. So give me. Give me. I'm not discrediting the Bible, you know, but give me a history. Give me a history based on an incomplete document, basically.
Well, watch out. Alright.
Well, you
But
don't
watch
even
out.
fully
Alright.
read
True.
or understand. But you're gonna say scientists are the problem.
God, them a liar, bro.
Science is not the problem either. If you read science, it actually match back with the Bible.
Exactly. And
Alright.
that may I try.
So dinosaur real scamika.
Yeah.
You see dinosaur?
Giants are real. Genesis talk about giants, you know.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then dead off.
Yeah.
But
So you
Genesis,
can't believe that.
Genesis talk
You
about
believe that.
dinosaurs.
Right?
Genesis talk about dinosaurs.
The Bible talks
I'm not
about.
talk to you. I'm not talk to you.
I also say,
You see, you can't even understand. You see?
I believe.
There's no
Whoa.
proof.
There's
no
a
proof.
there's a part in the Bible that speaks. And again, I hate bringing up quotes like this because I don't fully understand what has been said. But there's a part in the Bible that speaks about a leviathan, right?
A what?
A leviathan. A leviathan. In the Bible, Leviathan is a sea monster or serpent, often depicted as a symbol of chaos and primordial enemy of God. He speaks based on the description, based on the description of this Leviathan, what am I
It's
talking
a
about?
dinosaur.
Right? You could argue that that's a dinosaur. You can argue that's a dinosaur because we found several creatures that match that description.
A snake.
Fossils that match that description. Right? Scientists.
I hear my say, my one scientist, you know.
I'm
So,
trading.
I'm
I'm
argue with a
trading.
scientist.
I'm
And
trading.
this him believe. We need
Right.
some. Him a God man. Him a God man.
I believe in
Him a
God.
scientist.
I believe in
Him a
God.
scientist, people. Say,
I-
I defend them to the core.
I believe
Me right. Me right.
I believe in God.
Me right, people. Until
I believe in God. Let me
I never
just
said-
put that in that. Because they say me I'm a God man. Right. All the two things are mutually exclusive.
Alright,
Because
sure, bro.
what I don't understand. So I
Alright,
thought
watch
this can be
out,
a
watch
God
out,
fearing
alright.
individual.
This
And
is
that's what
one
I tell you.
learning thing now. Maybe me wrong. Maybe him wrong. Maybe me right. Maybe him right. You see me don't know. The fact of the matter is
Like
we
we agree
don't
to
know.
disagree.
Yeah,
Dinosaurs
yeah,
do
cause him can't change my mind. Him can't change my mind. There's no proof in the Bible say dinosaurs exist. And only say, alright, wait, two, fish, what are the fish them dead off? That him say, no. What are the octopus, everything dead off? That him say. So where them come back from?
that's what-
That's our next question. Where did they
Again,
come back
again,
from? Next thing, evolution. Evolution, boy, me this, yo.
You don't
The
even
thing
understand.
about
You don't even
So,
understand.
alright, what's your
I'm just saying.
You don't even
So,
understand.
alright, tell me since I'm a scientist. Me I'm a scientist. Me don't need to understand.
So
Me I'm a
why?
scientist.
So and I think.
Tell
and
me
I-
how them farm
again,
and come
and
about.
again.
Scientists, man.
All right. Okay. Great.
Mad scientists. Him not even father God. Mad scientists.
All right. Okay. So
Tell me
what?
how them
So
farm
what?
and exist.
So what is the common consensus of belief, right? During the period that the dinosaurs existed, right, came what is known as the Great Extinction, right? A meteorite the size.
That's the thing. I find it hard to understand, but,
But
that's
they
what
found-
they said.
but
They
they-
said
but they
that's
found-
Oh,
but
you
they
see
are-
that? You see what them
finish?
say?
But-
A great meteorite come and kill
but
off everything.
again-
So that's why nothing. Yo, them people.
It didn't kill off everything, right? Because dinosaurs were reptiles, right? Right. We found the crater for the meteorite. That
Where?
we found the crater.
Who the scientists?
the word,
I mean,
basically.
everybody, scientists and non-scientists, it's there. It's a giant hole in the planet. Right? It's a giant hole in the planet with minerals that don't occur
On-
naturally on the planet.
Anywhere else, you can't find
Right.
it.
So how do you explain that?
Why,
things
that's
that
the
are used.
spot.
They are used.
They
They are
can
used.
select anything they
But,
want.
bruh,
Have you
but-
ever seen that?
But
With your own eyes?
okay, have you
They
ever
can
seen?
tell
Have
you
you ever
anything
seen the
that
Red
they
Sea
want
with
to.
your own eyes?
And that's a point that I was
why
trying to make.
That's why we can say.
Have you seen North America with your own
Yeah,
eyes?
that's why I'm
we
saying.
can say. That's why we can say.
That's why
As
you can say.
scientists say it. So I can
Oh,
easily
yeah,
say
you can
it.
say a lie. You can
you're
say a lie.
proving anything that you haven't seen or
Mm.
experienced with your own eyes is a lie.
It's a lie,
If a
basically.
scientist say it. You're
Oh,
a
so-
scientist.
So if
Alright, so
I say God
You're a
exists,
scientist.
yeah, I'm a scientist. I'm I am a animal
Pediatrician. He's a pediatrician.
That's disrespect. I mean,
I'm an animal biologist. So yeah.
Alright, dog. As I'm saying, what you
Mm.
believe, Javier? Believe to say dinosaurs they exist. Yes,
me
I
not
do.
believe that they did, but not to the depiction where them put them, place them. You know what I say? Because they might find a one little bone and say, oh, that bone here, and then them just put piece and piece together and say, yo, I saw it, or so it did look. You see me? So this big old thing with them are T-Rex and them thing, then me not feel like I saw it did look like it did look like that. You see me? So.
Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico.
And there was also a next thing too as well. So alright.
We can visit Mexico.
When you're in Mexico. A place
Oh.
where scientists-
Look on the map. You see a place where you find the red man. You see? You know what I say? So the thing is that now with the flat earthers too as well, right?
You believe
Them
in the earth?
no, believe that shit. But them claim
You
to
believe
say
in the earth? Flat?
believe the earth what?
So why you not believe?
So why you not believe it
flat?
then? Why you not
Why you
believe
believe
it?
it?
Why you believe it?
So all you
It's a
believe
certain-
some things are
Scientists
scientists
say, and not some other
Oh,
things.
scientists say it never
So-
flat.
No, scientists say it don't flat.
So who would say it flat?
Yeah, people who believe that it is flat.
People like you.
You have flat earthers, that's what they call themselves.
Oh,
They believe that
flat
the earth
earthers.
is flat. But yet still
So
nobody
tell me,
can
the
reach the
earth
edge.
flat or what?
You get me I say?
The earth is earthing, bro.
But
No,
them no, the
no,
scientists
scientists say
it don't
It's
flat.
spherical.
Mhm.
What you say?
Them don't believe that. Them
Me
say it
believe
flat.
say the earth is a triangle, bro. I might believe that, bro.
Yeah, you see what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want-
take
you see
take
what you
sense
want
out
to
of
do, you
nonsense,
take it-
dog.
you take it to the
Yeah, take it
extreme, dog.
personal,
You're
no,
not
dog.
reason. You're not reason. You not reason with no logic, dog.
I
don't know, man.
No, joke, yeah, joke.
Joke,
dog.
joke.
I'm
You
ready to
not-
them down.
you're not reason
Go
with
to
no-
the levels.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, you
Mhm.
can't go to the
You
flat
can't
earth
go
people
to-
and tell them, say,
that.
the earth.
Because
It's
the
because
Here.
them
Oh,
They-
you know,
they
say they
are-
are wrong, God.
no, them actually have some
Oh,
good-
you know, say a man go upon the moon. Me don't know if
Yeah,
a man
no,
go
no, that's
upon
the
the moon,
thing
you know.
because them
Them say
claim
a
say-
man go upon the moon, you know.
there was this documentary
And
where
that
they say
them say,
US a try go out
Sure.
break something out of space or something like that and them can't do it but yet still NASA
all the
do it.
videos we've
You see me?
had.
What the scientists they make,
Basically.
What is your problem with science?
Basically.
but that cow now proof other than what them give you, bro.
Yeah, we have to just accept it, but again, just take the sense out of nonsense. Them say the earth flat.
Who
right?
said that?
The flat earthers. Yeah, yo, them big enough, nobody feel like 1 or 2 people, you know, bro. A whole heap in the dog. Right? Them believe say we live in a this dome shape like thing, bro. You see me? And the earth flat. Yet still them can't reach the edge of the earth, but yet still them still say the earth
And
flat.
that's a system
You get
of
me I say?
belief.
That's a system of belief.
They have no proof of it.
But
You
them
know,
believe say it
that's
flat.
That's what they believe.
Exactly. So everybody can, at the end of the day, everybody can believe
So
what they
that's
Well,
the
what?
idea,
Yeah.
but that's the idea. You are turning on scientists as if they're out to trick you. I'm a scientist, why am I trying to trick you?
Why am I gonna try to trick you?
Because they can.
We can do it because
People
I
don't
can.
think. You want to-
I mean, like,
everybody
I believe that scientists
true.
exist to find the truth in the world. You
They
see?
don't care who it gonna hurt or who it gonna affect.
No
I
doubt.
can do it, so I will do it.
Mm.
That is a segment of human nature, and yes, I will argue that that is true.
Mhm.
But
But-
at some point, everybody, I think,
Everybody, you get
because
me
not
saying?
you're saying that the entire scientific community thinks like
I
that.
did not.
No, but
Mm.
you said they do it because they can. That means they have come then
And
higher
then,
scientific.
and next,
As
the
long
next
as
point
them
is
have
not
a
never
hive
point.
mind.
Hold on.
So you have
Yeah.
to me say not one scientist out there have a conscience and I say, yo, no, this wrong.
This
We can't do this.
Them can't go
Yes,
against
you
the
mean?
majority.
No,
Of
no,
course
no.
they
They
can.
can. They
And
can.
then-
From you have the
Of
power
course
to
they
do it,
can.
you can.
Right?
And then
You can't tell me say
And-
everybody
and,
corrupt.
and then even
Not
then,
everybody corrupt.
everybody
and
is that corrupt, but come on, the whole government system don't corrupt. But why beat everything? Not the corruption, Javi?
Yeah, because the majority
think
they
they
on that side there.
Exactly.
But it wasn't like that for the scientists them, bro.
you don't know
You
that.
can't tell me
You can't
say
tell me no, no,
a
madam.
group of scientists come together and one out of the or six of them, one out of the five of them decide say yo the truth you want to speak.
Oh, who knows a cat really name cat and dog really
No,
name
that's the
dog.
name them give it.
You
It
see me?
oh, we know say the sun name the sun. That's why I
Exactly.
say what you call it then.
The moon. Why the sun
so,
could
so,
be
so
the moon?
Alright, but-
where that word they come from then?
Where it come
The
from?
scientists created.
But it better that don't have a name for it though.
Javi. Oh, you name God. Oh, me name such man.
Mm.
Can the scientists created?
The scientists created their name tag. I don't mean get the name
Yes,
tag.
me. Mm. But anyways, we are go back
Oh,
to
wait, man,
wait.
scientists.
But we are go back to the religion thing too again. You see me, I'm just me not go too deep in it, but everything in the Bible, like
It a tape.
yeah man, just remember say when you read. You see it? So God was black. God is black. Jesus is black, sorry.
Who said
Jesus
that?
is black.
Who said that?
So you believe he's white.
Me ask
Ma ask.
Me ask you a question. Me say who said
Yeah,
that?
that's what I'm don't want to go deep in
I
it.
believe-
Oh, I
Alright.
Them no want to go deep in it.
You see me?
I believe he was the color of whatever the people who existed in Israel was.
And where is Israel? Where is it? Where is
The
it?
Egypt and them places. Africa.
Africa.
Mhm.
Who live in Africa? White people or black people?
Both.
Both, actually.
Yeah, both actually, but Israel itself.
I mean, I don't remember that. Now be white people.
Type it up. I scientists them are giving me the information and you know, so
Yeah,
just make you know, you see it. Side.
In the Middle East.
Mhm.
Who is my Middle East?
Alright. So it's north of Lebanon.
Man, I ask me they do. I want to know the color, the skin type, basically whatever.
And how that religion left from there and come here.
Both.
Hmm?
Like how the just crash the coke.
Mhm.
So this is arguably a color palette of what they look like.
They're not
Light
white,
dark.
but
Not
they're
white,
dark.
but
You see me?
But
They're dark complexion.
yeah, they're what do you
White.
call this? Like olive? Like
Mhm.
what do you call it?
The African American type complexion. Let me say.
Why?
Why?
Light skinned, but
Mhm.
they're not white.
But
skinned.
why is he depicted as white? And why do we have to
Because
accept
everybody
it?
depicts Jesus in
No, the majority shows that he's
But-
white.
no. Well,
From me, a youth, everything me watch about that
You-
brother is been
again,
about white.
but you have to understand, you're a colony of we are a colony of Europe.
Mhm.
The vast majority of our laws, the vast majority of everything,
Mhm.
were European
So-
based or European influence,
Mhm.
and everyone is going to depict
Yeah.
God or
Right.
a deity in the same.
But
In China, Jesus is Chinese,
yeah, I know.
right? In
Mhm.
India, Jesus.
But you've never
is-
seen
is-
a
is-
Chinese Bible movie come up and he's depicted as Chinese. It's always
well,
white
not
because of where we are, right?
hey, because
So
of where we
basically,
are.
them never believe in none of them. Go Egypt, find out about that brother there. You see me? Carry him come over here and depict him how them want to depict him, and we have to just
but-
accept it.
We
Wrong,
were
I'm right.
Arguably speaking.
Exactly.
You obtain the religion of the person that conquers. That's how that works,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's how that works.
Mm-hmm.
You adopt the gods or the idea of the person that conquered you. Because think of it this way, right? And think of it from a standpoint. If you believed in a set of gods, right?
Mm-hmm.
You believe that those gods would give you victory, would protect you and whatnot. If you are conquered, arguably speaking, the person who conquered you,
Mm-hmm.
gods, would arguably be more powerful. Because of them conquer you.
Mm-hmm.
And them say, and then
The
your
winner
God,
has
your
all
God
the
never
right.
give you victory.
Mm-hmm.
Them get the victory.
Mm-hmm.
That is the reality, right? So why? And even if you still believe in your God, right? In order to live within the society with these people who are now in charge,
Mm-hmm.
you have to at least, right, follow, right? But what of your children who are born in a that,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can't teach them. Well, you probably can, but the vast majority at the
That's
time,
rare.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So why them believe the small minority?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the rare?
Exactly.
Right.
That's why I mean it was a dinosaur.
Dory.
Dory.
They
Nobody
just
never
created
believe
it. But
him.
yeah,
Because
as
he
I said,
took
they
the
might
whole-
have just created it for fun. You
But
claim say them do it to suppress you.
no,
Man,
but
say how
why
is
do
that
you believe?
doing? How is
But
that?
why do you believe that everybody is being tricked?
Mm.
Right? There are things that you follow that a vast majority of people are following because, arguably speaking, you believe the Earth is round. Yeah? It's spherical. Yeah.
No, I believe the earth is a
Triangle.
triangle.
Okay.
Enough other people believe that the earth is a triangle like me.
Mm-hmm. Probably. We never know.
Them call the triangular.
Is
Them
it?
call the
So-
earthers.
How you know that? You just pop up in the edge of the earth
just
is
pop up in
triangular,
the
you just
head.
work with it, right?
Just
Mhm.
work with it like we're powerful
No.
so the
that
world
way.
is
But
Spiritual or whatever you want,
this
mm.
is the difference. This is the difference
Mhm.
between information given by scientific body and you.
They can
we set out to prove it.
They
But-
can prove it.
But the
And it
idea
makes
is,
sense.
For them to prove it.
but the idea,
When
we
that
sent,
done,
we sent missiles, we sent satellites out
Everything,
to space just
mhm.
to take pictures. But you no believe that the satellite read because
Because
you
you
never
never
see
see
it built and you never see when it launch and you
you
never
never,
see
yeah,
and
people
you never
believe
see
that, say, yo, me never see
Right.
it launch, so, oh,
and,
you see me?
and if you're going
Mm.
to always continue with that sensibility, oh, because
Just don't
I
believe
was
nothing.
you're not gonna believe
To this
in that
day,
nothing,
people
dog.
say, "Ah, God created humans, but yet still humans have some things where you have to really say, yo, God really sit down and do this, when
Right.
you make with like the blood, organs, all of them things, they're like, bro, like,
I believe,
No,
I
it's
believe,
like-
I believe, no, but I believe,
What's wrong with that?
I believe
Mm.
a supreme being.
Brother,
I do. But
I believe in God
believe-
enough. I
I
just
believe-
don't believe in how they depict
they,
it.
in how they
I
depict
believe
it,
that
you
Ang
see?
can save the world.
Who?
I believe that Ang can save the world.
Ang?
Yeah,
You mean the Avatar?
yeah.
I think I am him saying, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You mean-
Have
No,
you ever
believe
seen
Ang.
Hang? You
But then I
ever
believe
seen?
same can save
Yeah,
the
say
world.
never see, me never see him on internet, me never see him, me not see him
Me not
nowhere.
see no Instagram, me not
Me
see
see
no
nothing.
Facebook for this nigga, me not
Me
see
not see nothing
nothing.
for him.
But me never meet him
Me
yet.
never meet him yet.
Sakara say Ang can save the
Who,
world.
where you meet Sakara?
There?
Where you meet
Where
her?
she there?
Where she there?
Me never see
Over
nothing
the
for
Red
she.
Sea.
Oh, so that year Mappa tell you, and that's why I believe that Earth triangle, you know.
But
That's
the
why
end
I'm not
idea,
believing-
people.
That's why I'm not believing that dinosaur.
People are gonna believe where them want to believe my side. You see me? People are gonna believe where them want to believe. You see me? So
Hold your
come with the
belief.
facts.
Hold your beliefs close. Present the information, and if
Mhm.
somebody is still upon them thing, just say,
Yes.
"Ah, true," and left them alone. Left them. Just give them one of them here. If them say 2 + 2 = 5, say true. You didn't carry over the
Over
one
the
one
one
time.
time.
You didn't have the one in one place, in one part.
Yeah,
Dog. I just saw.
Yeah, I just say good but you don't know. And can save the world. We out.
We out.
We out.